You guys, I told you a very long time ago in one of my videos. That's a very detailed video. Go ahead and watch my video that I'm speaking about Russia and China. It is coming to pass very soon. So this issue with North Korea is getting out of hand. A lot of pride is involved. A lot of security is involved. A lot of lives will be lost. But please keep this in mind. If we are to get destroyed, it's not by North Korea. It's going to be by Russia and China. Russia and China is North Korea's neighbors. They are not going to allow us to go ahead and destroy North Korea because they're in each other's backyards, basically. So please keep in mind that you heard this, that came a prophecy that came from the Lord that He has given me years ago, that we will go to war with China and Russia, and we will not win this war. I repeat, we will not win this war. That's what happened in my vision. We didn't win. We want to do a preemptive strike on North Korea, but China and Russia is going to do that to us. They know that we're planning something, and they're going to hit us before we get to do anything. They're going to come upon us so quickly that we weren't even expecting it. So keep watchful. Stay out of the city areas. If you don't have to stay in a city, don't stay there, because those are the places that are going to be very destroyed, like Manhattan. Manhattan will be destroyed into a dirt pile. Excuse me. Manhattan will be a dirt pile. That's what happened in my vision, that we weren't expecting it and our army wasn't ready. So look at this video, y'all.
Welcome back. President Trump rolled out his national security strategy yesterday and had some strong words for Russia and China. Watch.
We also face rival powers, Russia and China, that seek to challenge American influence, values, and wealth. We will attempt to build a great partnership with those and other countries, but in a manner that always protects our national interest.
All right, the president's remarks did not sit well with the Ruskies. I thought we were part of the Soviet Union now. Remember all that collusion? A Kremlin spokesperson said they do not agree with an attitude that sees Russia as a threat to the U.S., while China's official news agency warned that Trump's stance could lead to more challenges in economic and trade relations between the countries. And another sign that America's relationship with the big red powers that be is still a little bit rocky, former military officials claim China and Russia are together, hanging out, holding hands, practicing for military strikes against the U.S. should we go to war with North Korea. Joining me now, former U.S. ambassador to the UN and a Fox News contributor, John Bolton is here. Welcome back, Ambassador Bolton.
Glad to be with you.
Thank you so much. So, the Kremlin and China apparently working on joint exercises together to combat the U.S. should we decide to invade North Korea. How true is this? How problematic is it?
Well, they may be doing something together because of their obvious geographic proximity to North Korea. But the odds of them doing anything together if we do use preemptive military force against the North Korean nuclear program, I think are between slim and none. The fact is, even in China, there have been public pieces written recommending joint Chinese-American military intervention in North Korea to bring down the Kim Jong-un regime. And I think this is a serious point here. I think there is one diplomatic play left with China to say that you want to get rid of the North Korean nuclear threat. The way to do that is to get rid of this regime. My personal solution is to merge the two Koreas, but a fallback would be let China replace it with another regime so long as they extract, along with us, all of the nuclear capabilities.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think that that we should be the ones performing the unification process. I don't think it's up to the United States to conjoin two countries. We've seen how problematic that has been in the past, but I think you're absolutely right that there is a diplomatic solution to be had with China, and if it makes China a little bit nervous, that's great. If it makes China align with Russia, that seems like it could be problematic. One of the sticking points they have is the THAAD missile defense system that we have installed in South Korea. Why do they hate THAAD so much?
They hate being able to defend innocent civilians from their nuclear weapons. That's one aspect of it. Look, I went through this with the Russians in 2001 when under President Bush, we withdrew from the 1972 anti-ballistic missile treaty. Why? So we could build a national missile defense capability to protect innocent American civilians from attack by the likes of North Korea, Iraq, or Iran. So, you know, this notion that missile defense is bad is an antiquated Cold War doctrine. It's the doctrine that led us to mutual assured destruction, which is indeed MAD, as its initials imply. Missile defense is a good thing, and the more of it we have, the better off we are, the better off the innocent people of South Korea and Japan are, too.
Thank you very much. Good to see you again.
Well, first of all, those people are deceived. First of all, China is never gonna align with America to fight North Korea. They have a treaty together. They have a treaty stating that if anything happens in North Korea, if there's any war, that's going to come upon them, if there's any threat to North Korea, that they would back them up. That is a treaty that they have with them. So why would they break their treaty? First of all, some of the things that are modeled after North Korea comes from China. Literally comes from China. They model some of the things in their society that comes from China. This is a sister country. North Korea is China's sister country, and they do a lot of business together. Our relationship with China is solely business. They don't care about us. They don't care about Americans. They hate Americans, and they think badly of us. It's all about money. Everything's about money. China is just interested in what they can buy from us. And now that there is a physical threat, now that they've built themselves up, that country has built themselves up on the backs of Americans and our money and selling us cheap goods. Now they're coming up on the sides of a U.S. Okay, China doesn't need us anymore. They're at the point where they don't need us. So if they wanted to come up against us, they will. They will do that. They outsource everything. Okay, they sell cheap goods to everyone, especially the U.S. We are one of their biggest. We are the biggest buyers of Chinese goods, but now they've gotten so much money from us that they're coming up like a U.S. They're the next United States, so they don't care. So let's see what's going on here.
Scary stuff. Fox News reports North Korea testing missiles outfitted with anthrax-carrying warheads. Ambassador John Bolton joins us now. How should America, President Trump, respond to this?
Well, we've known for some time that North Korea has extensive stockpiles of chemical weapons. We've long believed they've had a biological weapons program as well. These are weapons particularly that threaten South Korea in the near term. You know, the thing to worry about missiles that are capable of hitting targets in the United States is that they'll carry nuclear warheads. It has always been a problem for chemical and biological weapons not to destroy the chemical or biological agent by the force of the blast that occurs when the warhead or the artillery shell lands at its target. That's why in modern technology people look at drones or crop sprayers or building air conditioning systems to spread chemical or biological weapons. But continued North Korean emphasis on hitting the United States with ballistic missiles, that is a big problem, and they're getting closer to the capability.
Well, at what point do we shoot one down? If they continue with these test launches, when do we shoot one down?
Well, I think the president shouldn't be waiting around for that. Actually, I think we're very close to a binary decision here. Either we leave North Korea with this ballistic missile capability and the possibility of putting a nuclear warhead under the nose cone, or we take preemptive military action. Neither of these alternatives is very attractive. Nobody wants to see this. But the question is, do you want the American people to be held hostage by this bizarre regime in North Korea or the one in Iran while we're on the subject?
It's the question we face, and it has to be answered, and probably answered fairly soon. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us, sir. Much obliged.
Thank you, Stuart.